Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy that you are here. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a Q&A on some of the most common questions that I get asked about mental health and healing. So whether you're struggling with anxiety, trauma, or you just want to understand mental health better, this video is for you. The first question that I get asked often is, how do I know if I need therapy? It's a great question. A lot of people think that you need to be in crisis to go to therapy, but that's not true. Therapy is for anyone who wants to understand themselves better, process their emotions, and develop healthier coping skills. So here are a couple signs that therapy might be helpful for you. You feel stuck in negative patterns. You struggle with anxiety, depression, or overwhelming emotions. You have unresolved trauma or past experiences that are still affecting you. You want to improve your relationships and your communication. I kind of suggest to people that they should think of therapy like a gym for your mind. It's about building mental and emotional strength. The second question that I get asked a lot is, what's the difference between stress and anxiety? So stress and anxiety feel similar. They can have the same kind of symptoms, but they're actually very different. So stress is a response to external situations, like a deadline or a conflict. It usually goes away once the situation is resolved. Anxiety is more internal. It lingers even when there's no immediate threat, and it can create excess worrying about the future. Think of it like this. If stress feels like running a sprint, anxiety feels like being stuck on a treadmill that won't stop. So question number 3. Can trauma show up later in life? Absolutely it can. Trauma isn't about what happened to you, it's about how your brain and your body responds to it. Sometimes trauma stays dormant until a triggering event later in life brings it to the surface. So for example, childhood trauma resurfacing in an adult relationship, PTSD symptoms appearing years after the incident or the experience, emotional shutdown and unexplained anxiety without understanding or knowing why. The reason is your brain and your body remembers the trauma, even if your conscious mind doesn't. Question number 4. What are quick ways to calm anxiety? So here are a few of my personal favorite techniques that I use and recommend to my clients. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding, which we did the other day. You name 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, 1 thing you taste. Deep breathing. I always instruct people for deep breathing. You're inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 6. So again, that's inhaling for 4, holding for 4, and releasing for 6. Body scanning. Notice where you hold the tension and release it. So focus on, I get a lot of tension in the back of my neck and in my head because of my brain injury. So I just focus on that area of my brain, or that my body, my head, my neck, and I say, I'm going to release the muscles in the back of my neck. I'm going to release the muscles in my forehead, letting my eyebrows relax, letting my eyes relax. It's really about pinpointing that area of your body and then commanding gently your muscles to relax those specific muscles. Self-soothing touch. This was one that was hard for me, but it has turned out to be very beneficial for me. So it can be placing a hand on your heart. It can be hugging yourself tightly. For me, I like to run my fingertips up and down my arm. I don't know why, but my arm is a safe place for me to be touched. So that for me is personally where I do that self-soothing touch. Because anxiety is just not about your mind, it's in your body. So calming our nervous system is key. Question number 5. How do I support a loved one struggling with mental health? Supporting somebody that's struggling with mental health can be really tough, but there are a few things that you can do that are helpful. Number 1 is listening without judgment. Sometimes people just need to be heard. Your job is to listen. Your job is not to provide advice. Your job is to listen and validate their feelings, whether you agree with their feelings or not. You are to validate their feelings and listen without judgment. Number 2, ask how you can help. Instead of assuming and say, well, what you need to do right now is this, ask them, how can I help you? What do you need right now to feel supported? What do you need right now to feel safe? Ask the person. Don't just assume that you know what they need. Number 3, encourage professional support. Therapy, support groups, and online resources can be life-changing. Just connecting with other people that are struggling as well can be so beneficial to somebody struggling with mental health because it shows them that they're not alone. For me, I was always amazed when I would be in like group type settings, when I would hear somebody else start sharing my feelings, and I'd be like, holy crap, like, how did they know? Well, they know because they're feeling it too, right? And it was instantly then when I would start to realize like, oh, that part of this or so for example, ruminating thoughts, right? I could get stuck on this ruminating loop of this person did me wrong, 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 and wouldn't be able to step out of that cycle. But hearing somebody else in the room talk about how they also have trouble with ruminating thoughts has me step back and realize this isn't about me. These ruminating thoughts is not me, and it's not about me. It's about my mental health struggle. It's about my trauma, right? So having that connection with other people that are going through the same thing is so hugely beneficial. And finally, number 4, the most important thing that I tell people that are supporting somebody that is struggling with mental health is take care of you. Okay? You cannot support anybody if, I'll go to the teacup analogy because this is the one that I always love, right? I can't, if I keep pouring the tea from my cup into somebody else's cup, eventually my cup is empty. And not only is my cup empty and I'm without, I also have nothing left to give. So you have to be constantly taking care of yourself. You have to constantly be working on filling up your own cup, right? Because you can't give what you don't have. So question number 5 that I get: how do I help support a loved one that is struggling with mental health? I get this often from the families of my clients that I support. Supporting somebody with mental health struggles can be tough, but here are the 4 things that I suggest people can do. Number 1, listen without judgment. Sometimes people just need to be heard. Listening without judgment means validating feelings, whether you agree with them or not, and not giving advice. Number 2, ask the person how you can help. Instead of assuming or again offering suggestions like you just need to do this or you should try this, ask that person, what can I do right now to help you? How can I help you feel safe? Number 3, encourage professional supports. Therapy, support groups, and online resources can be life-changing for a person struggling with mental health. I know for me, I have found so much healing in my own journey during group sessions because just the power of being in a room with other people that get it, that know what I'm feeling, have shared similar experiences is so powerful, right? Hearing somebody else express how you're feeling in a way that I can't even find the words to articulate, but somebody across the room has them and they express it, and I'm like, oh my God, bang on. That's exactly what I'm feeling. That's exactly what I'm feeling. It's such a powerful response, and I highly recommend it. Number 4, this one is the most important one that I tell all family members, is take care of yourself. You cannot take care of somebody else when you're going down, right? So I use the whole teacup analogy, right? Everybody has the teacup. That's our mental health, our cup full of tea. You can't keep pouring your tea into somebody else's cup without refilling your own cup, right? And that taking care of yourself is how you refill your cup. Because eventually what happens is you run out of tea, you have nothing left to give, and your cup is empty. And now you're both not in a good place. See what I'm saying? It's kind of like that whole, like, on the airplane, and they tell you if the masks drop, they tell parents, if the masks drop, you put yours on first. Then you put your child's on, right? And I mean, when we first hear that as a parent, I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. Of course I'm helping my child first. And then it was explained to me that likely by the time you're trying to get the mask on your child, you are probably going to black out, right? And if you're down and unconscious and you didn't get that mask on, your child's not surviving either, right? So it's that whole, like, you need to be able to take care of yourself. You have to be able to have something to give in order to help somebody else. So it's so, so important. And I encourage all my family members to take care of themselves. Make self-care and taking care of yourself a priority. So the final question I'm going to do today is, what are my qualifications and do I provide one-on-one supports? So my educational qualifications are that I hold 2 degrees in social work. I spent 15 years working in the field, first as an intensive case manager in community mental health, and the latter part of my career I spent as an educational assistant in special education. My qualifications from my lived experience stem from my 20 plus years of my own healing journey from my trauma. I also have battled addictions with various negative coping tools over the years. And more recently, I've spent the last 3 years focused on exploring energy healing and spirituality. So much so that I am just finishing up my Reiki certificate in order to provide Reiki services also to clients. And I am in the middle of my hypnosis certificate because these are 2 modalities that I wish to bring to my practice. So the second part of that question, do I provide one-on-one services? Yes, I do. I provide those services in person to those that are living within Dufferin County in Ontario, Canada. I also do virtual services online. I'm still working on getting my website up and running. So the best way for anybody that is interested in trying to connect with me for services is to reach out to me through one of the my platforms, social media platforms, through a message or a comment, and then I will connect with you. Please know that I will never reach out to you offering services. That's not how I work. If you reach out to me inquiring about services, then I will connect with you and we can discuss then what your needs are and the services I provide and whether or not we would be a good fit to work together. So the final question that I'll be answering today is, what are my qualifications and do I provide one-on-one services? My qualifications educationally are that I hold 2 degrees in social work. I spent 15 years working in the field, first as an intensive case manager in community mental health, and the last part of my career I spent working as an educational assistant in special education. My personal lived experience is my 20 plus year healing journey that I've been on to heal from my own trauma. I also have some experience with battling with addiction, and the last 3 years my healing journey has been focused on the exploration of energy healing and spirituality. I do provide one-on-one services, support, mentorship. You can reach out to me. I will post a link in the description for my business email where you can reach me to ask me to connect with you in order to discuss the possibility of working together. I'm in the midst of completing my Reiki certificate and also my hypnosis certificate. So those are two other additional modalities that I will be offering in the future. Again, I will not ever reach out to you suggesting that we work together. That's something that totally, if you feel inclined to feel like perhaps that you would benefit from us working one-on-one together in your healing journey, then please feel free to reach out to me. And at that point, I will connect with you and we will meet and do a discussion to see what your goals are, and whether or not we would be a good fit to work together. Most of my services will be provided virtually. However, if you live within my community, which is Dufferin County in Ontario, Canada, I'm definitely available for in-person sessions as well. So this question and answer session was a little different. I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about making this video, but I'm actually kind of enjoyed answering some of the most common questions that I receive. So if you have other questions, I'm probably going to do this again, is what I'm saying, is I will probably do another Q&A video in a few weeks' time. So my question is, do you have specific questions that you would like to have answered? If so, please drop them in the comment and perhaps I will include them in the next Q&A video. Let me know, did you like this Q&A session? Should I do more, or was this not helpful at all? And then if you did find this helpful or you are enjoying the content on my channel, then I would please ask that you subscribe and share this with anyone that needs to hear it. And just a final reminder that you are not alone in this journey. I'm wishing you a very blessed day.